Well, hello everyone. Welcome to week 2 of the course. Just taking a look at the kind of mixture of materials that I've given you here. Obviously, I have a video where I go over things in a little bit more detail, but just to give you an idea of what we're doing. Week 1, we just did a kind of crash course in what I'm calling ethical decision making models, which is just basically approaches to making ethical and moral evaluations, very traditional ones. Kantianism and utilitarianism. And what I'd like you to do in weeks 2 and 3 of the course is really do two things. One is to put them to use. That is to take a look at these ethical issues. This week, the ethics of autopilot. Next week, the ethics having to do with a social experiment that Facebook did several years ago. And, to consciously use utilitarianism, consequentialism, and Kantianism, especially the idea of respect for persons and the categorical imperative that says you should always treat a person as an end in themselves and never as a means to an end, to take a look at these issues. So, in a certain way, it's just, well, looking at computer ethics issues, which is what the course is really about. Also, applying traditional ethical models to evaluate those issues. But I think also a third aspect, which is kind of being thrown into the deep end, in the sense that it may be that these issues that computer technology are presenting us with, they may not be amenable. They may challenge these ethical decision making models. They may challenge the limits of Kant and utilitarianism. And in that respect, I am anticipating week 4, and which is okay. But you don't have to worry about week 4. You don't have to read Jonas's essay. But I think that it's difficult because Jonas is, I think, onto something. So that the idea that even in week 2, the idea of handing over decisions that could be life or death decisions to an automated system is already anticipating the kind of problems that Jonas is talking about, because clearly we're trying to program into an automated system some sort of algorithm for actually making the kind of ethical decisions that have been left to real, actual human beings at the time. That this may be something entirely new, but for that, that's good to keep in mind. But you really don't have to worry about it yet, that particular issue. But it's okay to anticipate it. This is a really interesting issue, obviously, and I don't know. I mean, I think it's a very challenging issue.